So we are setting off here in the RMT 2500. Gosh, I love the Cummins. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we're going to be going over a 2021 Ram 2500 RMT. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Provo for giving me some time with this RMT. This one is still available for sale if you're interested in purchasing it. I'm going to include a link to the inventory in the description down below. Let's get right into the video. So under the hood of the RMT, we have the 6.7 liter Cummins diesel. It goes through a 6-speed automatic called the 68 RFE. Power outputs are 370 horsepower and then 850 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the RMT. So we've got the cab lights there at the top, then we have the 2500 heavy duty badge there off to the side. And then you can see we've got the halogen bulbs because this is built off of a Bighorn. Notice most of the grills blacked out except the Ram logo and just outside of either side of the Ram logo. And then it's all blacked out down here with the tow hooks on either side. We've got the fog lights right there. And then you guys can see the whole air dam situation here in the front. And other than that, this truck in green looks pretty cool. So coming to the side here, we've got 20-inch wheels and we've got 37s wrapped around those in the front and in the rear. And we also have a 5-inch lift with a speedo recalibration. See that whole setup right there. And then here's a closer look at the tires and then also at the wheels as well. Look fantastic if you ask me. And then we've got the oversized fender flares that have also been added to this, which is pretty cool. And then we've got our Cummins turbo diesel badge right there. We've got the RMT logo and then we've got the Ram logo with these side steps here off to the side. And also, if you guys are wondering, this is finished in olive green, which again I think looks super cool with the RMT package because you've got the green and then kind of accent you've got a lot of the blacked out elements, including the mirrors and all that fun stuff. And also that Cummins next to us that just started up was extremely loud. You guys probably heard that in the audio. Like, that thing's got to be straight piped or something. So here's our key fob. You got the unlock, you've got the lock, you've got the remote starts, and then the Ram logo on the back. No tailgate drop down or anything like that. But the nice thing about the Bighorn tailgates is they are dampened, so it does slow lower. Notice we have the spray-in liner here. You've got the outlet in the back, the fifth wheel prep, all that fun stuff. And also we've got LED lights. And again, that thing's just loud. Holy crap. But that's all. Now popping here to the rear, notice we've got the LED lights here in the back. We've got our RMT logo right below the 4x4 badge. Got the Bighorn logo as well. And then we've got the parking sensors all along the bottom portion. And then notice that we've got the exhaust at the side. And this is built off of Sport. That's why the bumpers are all body painted and all that fun stuff. And then I guess here is your 3/4 angle on the truck. Now here's the door panel in the rear. So this is unchanged from a Bighorn. That stays the same with the RMT package, but we have the leather seat swap, which is definitely nice. You can see the perforated leather here in the center, just as nice as what you get in like a Laramie, for example. And then notice that you've got the blacked out trim right here, and then the USBs, full power outlets, all that fun stuff. Still got the ice buckets down below with the rubber floor mats. And also, this is not part of the review, but it's delivery day. We have more Rams that just came in that we are probably going to review. Look at that. Then there's a Jeep, then there's some Pacificas. But anyways, let's get back to this RMT. Now again, the door panel at the front is identical to the rear, but notice we got the controls for the windows, the mirrors, they do power fold in, and then your mirror adjustments, all that fun stuff. And then we've got the RMT logo on the seats again. They do the leather swap here for the front seats. You got your power adjustments, got the pedals, all that fun stuff, and then you got the light controls, the pedal adjustment. The steering wheel is manually adjustable, and there's where I'm gonna look before we pop in. So let's just kind of focus on the key points here with the RMT. So really nice steering wheel that comes with the Bighorn, and notice we've got the gear limiter, column shifter. Coming here to the gauge cluster, notice that the gauge cluster is unchanged. This is the same as what you get in any Bighorn. Still have the center screen, all that fun stuff. And then we do have this equipped with the 12-inch display. And if you guys are wondering from a camera perspective, notice we got the regular backup camera with the zoom function, no cargo camera or anything like that. But by the way, this is the last time you can get this version of the 12-inch display for 2022, because this is a 2021. They changed the display, and so it looks different from what this looks like. And then heated seats, heated steering wheel, seats, and heated steering wheel. So hard to talk with this Invisalign in sometimes, guys. It's a struggle. But anyways, that's all for that 12-inch display. Down below, notice you got the controls for the parking sensors, diesel exhaust brake, tow haul mode, all of the auxiliary switches. And then we've got the trailer brake controls here, the driveline select over there. And then this is equipped with the center console. It's got the nice leather trim, and you can see all the storage space. This slides backwards and forwards, which is definitely nice. That's the Bighorn logo right there. You can see all that fun stuff. And then here with the dash, and then we just have the traditional mirror. Now the last thing here is this truck does come with a sunroof, and then we have the power sliding window, which is definitely nice. And then also universal garage upper, and then all black headliner because it's a sport. So there's quite a bit of glare, so you guys can't really read too much of the sticker, but anyways, the base price before the RMT package was added was $70,305. Now with the RMT package, you get, again, the 5-inch lift, you get the 20-inch wheels, the 37s, the speedo recalibration, the body painted fender flares, you've got the steps, the powder coated exhaust tips, which I didn't really focus on that too much, I'll go show you guys again. And then you've got the custom interior as well, and then there's the windshield banner, and then it comes with a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, and total price with all that is $86,597.50, super specific. But I'll show you guys the exhaust tip here. And also notice it has the bed step. It says powder coated exhaust tip, but that looks pretty normal to me. Suspicious. But anyways, let's take it out and see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. There's your visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So we are setting off here in the RMT 2500. Gosh, I love the Cummins. You should like this video just because the truck has a Cummins, right? But anyways, let's talk about how this RMT package drives. This is the second time I've reviewed one of these heavy duty RMTs, and it's just a really impressive vehicle, actually. So first off, from a ride quality perspective, it's actually really smooth, really compliant as well, which is definitely a huge plus. Now, aside from that, the acceleration is actually really good. Again, for having a 5-inch lift, it gets up and it scoots. So that is also very impressive. Now, aside from that, it's not difficult to drive. Like, yeah, it's a big truck. It's got a big lift, but it is not difficult. And you guys can see, so with the turn-in, yeah, all of that's really good. It's impressive. I like how I like how this RMT package drives. It just feels right. This is almost what a 2500 should feel like from the factory, size-wise, look-wise, all that kind of stuff. It's great. And the fact that it comes with that warranty, I think, is a huge positive, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. Now, aside from that, brakes, it stops at like the same rate as any other 2500 Ram, so that is unchanged. And then the steering doesn't feel weird either. I just drove a dually before this, which I know not really comparable, but the thing that I noticed is the steering on both of them, and this doesn't really feel like it turns in any worse. And obviously the dually, right, again, has the extra wheels in the back, so that one doesn't have necessarily the best turn in, but this still being lifted and everything is fine. Turn in is not bad whatsoever. So continuing along here in the RMT, benefit of this being on a Ram platform is the fact that we have the coil suspension in the back end, and because we have that, it's very smooth. This is probably the smoothest heavy duty truck that is out there right now from a driving perspective. Just everything about it, like, it just soaks everything up. The back end doesn't jump all over the place because, again, it doesn't have leaf springs, right? It's got the coil suspension, so again, that is another big positive. And I guess that'll get me into summing things up here with this RMT package. So first off, from an exterior appearance perspective, I think it looks great, especially in this olive green. This is kind of has that like military type feel to it with the green and the black. I think it just looks fantastic. Interior wise, right, it's a Bighorn, but then you have the nicer leather seats. The one downside with this being built off a Bighorn and not a Laramie is the fact you don't get like the leather on the dash, and then also you do not get the ventilated seats that you'd get in a Laramie. They're just heated. So that's something, I guess, to take into account. And then also the headlights, right? This one just has the halogen bulbs. It doesn't have the LEDs that come standard with Laramie. You can get LEDs on a Bighorn. This one just isn't equipped with them. Moving on from that, from a driving perspective, nothing is ruined. Like, this still drives really smooth. It's comfortable. It's not cumbersome. Brakes still feel fine. And then also turn-in is not horrible. Like, it's not a difficult truck to drive. It really isn't. It's easy to drive and it's comfortable, and it's like you don't notice it's lifted except for the fact that you're higher up off the ground, and when you walk outside you're like, that is a good looking truck. So they've just done a really good job with making this comfortable, and then it also comes with that warranty. So we've got to rate this. Now this is not going to be rated for like a regular Ram. This is going to be rated for like a lifted Ram. So when I do this rating, I'll compare it to other lifted trucks. Having the diesel engine, that's a huge positive because it's got enough power to move the lift. The warranty definitely upgrades this a bit, because a lot of times when you modify cars like this, you like void the warranty. You don't have a warranty on the components, so that's a huge positive. And then aside from the warranty, interior and all that kind of stuff, it's pretty good being built off a Bighorn. I think Laramie package would be cool if they did that. And so overall, for the rating on this truck, I'm gonna give this an 8.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's got the power, it's got the looks. The only thing that is bringing this down in my mind is the fact that they built it off a Bighorn. I think that they should have built it off of a Laramie. I understand it would have made it a bit more expensive, and some of you might not care about the extra features. I just think if I'm gonna be spending, 85 grand, I'd rather spend, 90 grand and just get a little bit of a nicer interior with a couple more features. But other than that, truck's great. And let's get some things up for our video on this 2021 Ram 2500 RMT. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Schmiller Dodge Ram here in Provo for giving me some time with the truck. Check out the inventory link below. I'll see all of you in the next video.